What's up, everyone? Nick Hudson back from vacation in Colorado. Check out those videos. Listen, we got to talk about the glutes. I know it's a 4-letter word. It's not. It's a 5-letter word. Sorry. We treat it like a 4-letter word. We want bigger glutes. We want muscular glutes. We want all this stuff. It's the trend nowadays, right? So we're going to do a glute workout, okay? Nick's 9, a workout for you in under 10 minutes. Make sure to hit subscribe right down there. So let's just start off with, everybody knows hip thrusts, right? So I want to talk a little bit about hip thrusts. What are the glutes involved in, okay? Glutes are involved in hip extension, okay? This would be hip hyperextension. This is hip flexion, extension, hip hyperextension. Glutes are involved with abduction, okay? They're involved with retroversion, okay? This is your tilt going on, okay? That's glute. They're also involved a little bit with external rotation. The glute medius is used primarily for that rotation and that abduction, okay? So you can always feel that when you're going out. We're going to do a little bit of that at the end, but I want to work on the main focus, which is the glute maximus, okay? And so we got PWRAbs here for us. So for our weighted hip thrusts, and I recommend you do these weighted because it's not that hard, right? But I also recommend that you elevate yourself. It's nice to be elevated a little bit on these. It allows you to get a little bit deeper into the thrust. So I can go all the way down to the floor here, versus if I were to be lying on the floor, I wouldn't get that full contraction, that full extension there. So we're getting a nice deep one here. We're trying to get the glute maximus on this, not so much hamstrings. That's what I love about the two-legged hip thrust. And obviously you can do a lot of reps with very little weight. So we recommend going up in weight, but I have never been a big believer in massive amounts of weight, only because I'm not an athlete that's trying to go for power. And so I want some specificity with this. I want to work my glutes, but I want to work my glutes in the way that they're going to help me, which is stabilization. And my glutes are a stabilization to protect my lower back. Okay, they help me with hiking, right? They help me with biking. They help me with water skiing. They help me with a lot of things that are not involved with absolute power, because I'm not a power athlete. I don't think most of you are. So that's why I'm willing to go a little bit lighter on that. So we're going to use the old BladeX for this. I use the higher angle for this. All right. So actually, I like this better because it helps transfer it to my hamstrings a little bit. So I do get the glutes, but I also get the hamstrings. That's the beauty of having the feet up a little bit. I'm still pushing with my heels, but it allows me to keep my foot flat, okay? And what we can do is we can move into the one leg from here easily, right? So you can still stabilize with your arms, but the goal here should be glutes and hams. The previous exercise was more glutes, and I would use more weight for that. Nice and good, okay. Let's bring in the other one. Mr. BladeX, right? Mr. BladeX. We got to use it sometimes. Oh yeah, feeling the burn. Glutes and hams, baby. You can make it easier by doing it this way. Harder by sticking that leg out. Good. 3 more. And beautiful. Okay, so that's a lot of hammies, but also getting glutes. We're warmed up, right? Let's bring in the Nordic curls. So everyone, I hooked up this band, okay? Give me a little bit of assistance. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna turn this thing into a little bit more of a glute ham for me. Now the band's not coming from very high up, so it's not a lot of help, but it's enough, right? So we're gonna allow for just a little contraction and then come back up. And what I'm trying to do is concentrate on the glutes. Okay, I'm trying to focus on squeezing, 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 and then coming back up with the glutes. You don't have to go all the way down. In fact, if I go all the way down, it becomes mostly hamstring. I'm trying to squeeze the glutes here, 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 here. When it becomes more hamstring, I come back up. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Hamstring, hamstring, hamstring. 2 more. Glutes, all glutes right there. Oh yeah, 1 more. Oh yeah. Now, you guys are gonna make this a lot easier by having it come from high up, whether it's a door, you know, this particular beam, if you're ever in town. Hey, we're on Beam Avenue. Isn't that crazy? Now, we're gonna do a little single legged. I'm gonna grab my fire hose one more time, just for a little resistance. And we're gonna do some single leg. All right, y'all? I try to get all the way down and get some single leg. Now I'm having to work on balance here too, but the beauty of it is I have to bring in the glute when my knee is bent. A lot of glute right there. You're also getting hamstring. The straighter the leg, the more hamstring will come into play, but I want to get that glute. Oh yeah, baby. Obviously the higher I go, the more I lose balance. Yeah. There you go. There you go. There's the glute. One more. Okay. Okay. Let's switch legs, shall we? There we go. Glute. Now obviously these can be done on the floor as well. Okay. Let's say you got an ankle problem. Just go to the floor. And you can go to the floor for your balance. So let's say I fall. Just use the floor, right? You don't have to put the other foot down. Just use your hands or your weight. You got 2 dumbbells? Just use the dumbbells. TUT, man. Time under tension. That's the key. There we go. Good. Okay, so that's enough of those. Nice. Oh yeah. So we're gonna work on, remember when I talked in the beginning about that abduction? That's what we're gonna do with this. So I want you to put this thing, above the knees or below the knees. And what I wanna do now is I can use this for balance. The challenging one is to not use it for balance, but I wanna abduct and externally rotate. Okay? This knee goes over there, right? Yes, I'm getting glute medius, but I'm getting glute medius from 2 different ways. Because remember, not only does it abduct, but it externally rotates. And you're getting it from 2 ways, but I want you in this athletic position in order to contract it the most efficient way. This is the position that most people are gonna find themselves in when they utilize their glutes anyway. I mean, standing in line for a cappuccino, not many people are hitting the glutes, right? But they certainly are when they do this. There we go. Get that rotation. Good. Good. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I love it. This is one of Tom's favorites. This is one of my favorites. And the reason is whenever you elevate your back foot, you have to bring in the glute on the front leg. Observe. I'm just gonna put my foot up on here for now. When I got that foot back there, I'm almost have to bring in this glute. It can't all be quad. It has to be this glute right here. Okay, now this works for a step up as well. And whenever you're doing it, it's okay to kind of lean forward a little bit. You can see that I'm leaning forward because you would with a squat, right? Why can't you with a split? Get that glute. The lower you go, the more you're gonna bring those into play. The other thing that I would recommend is squeeze your left one while you're down there. If you squeeze your left one, you stretch out your hip flexor in front. Okay, let's switch legs. Get that split. There we go, there we go. Now we're getting it. Yeah, now the more I lean forward, the more the glute comes into play. Thank you for tuning in. Nick's 9, a workout in under 10 minutes. Not for you. Yours is 29 minutes because I need you to do this 2 more times. Get after it. Let's go.